Well, hey everybody, John Rethlin here, and this is my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's Best of the Super Juniors 26 Night 8 event. And before I get started on this, I do want to say that due to being incredibly busy Friday and Saturday with work and other things, the Night 9 show that takes place on Friday morning and the Night 10 show that takes place Sunday morning are going to be a double review that will be up Sunday morning. So I apologize in advance if you guys are looking forward to singular reviews. Unfortunately, it's going to have to be mashed up, and then I will let you know on Sunday what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the tournament. The finals will be reviewed as one single show because that's going to be a lot to cover. But anyway, we have more block action here, and this was quite a fun show. It's actually more fun than Night 7, even though Night 7 was quite fun. Kevin Kelly, Chris Charlton, and Juice Robinson on commentary. I will say that this one had at least 3 matches of the tournament, just on this night alone. Now, there was some filler, as you're going to get in a long tournament like this, and let's just jump right on into it. B block kicking off with ELP versus Ren Narita. Not bad. Narita actually showing some good fire. I think his match with Bandito was a little bit better, but he did have some good moments here. ELP had this one funny time where he was in the corner just kicking, and he was like, no, Rita. He was just kicking in that sequence to piss off the crowd. That was pretty cool. He did a really cool rope walk almost around the ring, but then got caught with that high gable grip, and oh my god, Narita hitting that move, that is going to be his go-to. And he really hits that tremendously well. I mean, my god, when he hits that bridge, it's just great. He hasn't hit the bridge in this tournament because they're protecting the move, but he is hitting it, hitting the throw really, really well. Of course, in the end, even after a Boston Crab by Narita, get a frog splash, nice frog splash, 1, 2, 3, and then ELP takes the ice bag, that the Young Lions, the seconds have for the various people in the matches, and teabags Narita with it, and then hits CR2 afterwards. I mean, ELP gets 2 points, but of course, ELP having to be a full-on dick heel here. Not a bad match to start. And then we get Taka Michinoku versus Teton, and is okay. It wasn't anything great. Taka's not going to have the flashy performances here. He still hits some pretty impressive moves, but he's managed to vary up his style as his I don't want to say as his career is winding down, but as he's getting to into his 40s, he has done really, really well adapting his style to make sure he prolongs his career. There's some nice chops by Teton, some arm focus, and some nice submissions by Taka. Teton speeding it up, hit a really nice dive outside. And then gets a Blue Thunder pin to get the win. Teton does. But it seems weird. I don't know if that wasn't the finish or what. I don't know if Taka was knocked out. I'm not really sure about it. But Teton seemed confused that he got the victory. It is a little bit odd. I'm not going to fault either performer here. It was just a little bit weird. It was like, oh, wait, that wasn't the scheduled finish. Well, let's just roll with it. I mean, which you have to anyway. You can't cover that up on a live show. You just can't. So it was what it was. It wasn't a bad match. It was okay. And then we get Bushi versus Robbie Eagles. I was a bit surprised by this one, mainly because of the Victor. And no, not Victor from Smoke Signals. And if you know what that is, credit to you, because that's pretty much, just an inside joke with me and a bunch of people. So, and a few people actually. Belt whipping by Bushi to start out. Eagles starts focusing on the leg, as would be smart with a high flyer like Bushi. 2 DDTs by Bushi, not on the apron, which as we know is the hardest part of the ring. Eagles hitting a really impressive dive. And after a couple good moves and, a couple near falls, we get MX by Bushi, 1, 2, 3. Eagles has taken 2 losses in this tournament so far. Took one to ELP, took one here. And look, I didn't expect Eagles to win the thing. I was a little surprised Bushi beat him. Nothing against Bushi, but it's just, he's got 4 points here. I'm a bit shocked. Now, I will say that there are people already pretty much out of the tournament. Like Taka's out of the tournament. Big shock, really. I don't think that anybody expected Taka to win. And Narita's out of the tournament. Well, out of the contention. He's not eliminated from the tournament, but he is as far as being able to win it. But still, Bushi and Eagles, very nice. And we're getting some good, getting some good drama with the field here in the point field. So it'll be interesting to see where we go from here. By even the end of Night 10, I think I said, in my Night 6 review, Night 5, Night 6 review, that I was like, by the end of Night 10, we're going to know pretty much who's in contention, and probably, only 3 people from each field will still be in contention. And then others can play spoilers. We think of Jonathan Gresham, easy for me to say, versus Tiger Mask, not bad. I like Gresham. I think his style is very good. I think that it does speak to the New Japan fans. But it almost feels like they're having him hold back. And I know he's a Ring of Honor star, but it almost feels like they're having him hold back. He has flashes of doing some good things here and being able to put some good sequences together, but it just seems a little odd. Like I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but maybe I need to watch some other Gresham matches to see him be able to actually unleash. Now, it is a long tournament, and again, he is signed to Ring of Honor, so maybe that's a reason. But anyway, some arm focus, some nice submissions, as you would expect. Tiger Mask getting a little bit angry because he looked like he was going for the Tiger Driver, but nope. Double underhook and hits this massive face kick on Gresham. That was crazy. Nice crossbody collision where they both go and they just do that. I call it the Mission Impossible 2 collision. Even though they've been doing it well before, Mission Impossible 2 came out, that's just what I'm always going to call it, because it's still less ridiculous here than it was in Mission Impossible 2. And if you know what I'm talking about, yeah. But then head scissors into a pin by Gresham, and we do get a handshake at the end, so Gresham gets a couple points. That's nice. Tiger Mask has dropped a couple matches after starting off hot after winning his first 2. And then we get Doki versus Yo. This probably was the best that Doki's looked in the tournament so far. I'm not necessarily sold on him. I don't think he's bad, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I just need to see more of him over 6 months or 8 months. Maybe he'll win me over. I'm not saying he's bad, but he's just not necessarily my favorite. Doki, of course, attacks before the bell. I mean, if Taichi is somebody that's an influence on you, you're going to do that shit. Not using a mic stand or Miho. That'd be bad to use Miho as a weapon, even though she could use herself as a weapon. But anyway, outside into the stands, bashed into the signs. They're there for like the east-west signs and all that in Korakuen Hall. And so I love Korakuen Hall hosting these events. I mean, I know they can't host every single New Japan event because the crowd would get tired, and also it would just make every show look the same. But I love when they're at Korakuen because that freaking crowd is just so electric. Yo does come back. There's some nice leg focus, a nice calf crusher, triangle arm lock. But in the end, Dragon Suplex for 3 pins Doki. So Yo quietly having a pretty damn good tournament here. He's got more points than Sho does. And, which I think actually might speak volumes as to what's going to happen with the team later. And then the Time's Up video happens, and Juice is mad, as you would expect. He's like, I don't want the camera on me. I want the 5th to get here. And I don't blame him. Somebody told me he might be David Finlay. If David Finlay has recovered, let me tell you, that would be something to have David Finlay go heel. I don't know if it'd be the smartest move long term, but it could. Finlay could be like, hey, I was always there for you, Juice. I was always there for you. I got injured trying to help you. And, nothing, no calls, no, they could go with the typical, thing. Like you weren't there for me during my time of need, even though people would know it was bullshit because they're both friends. You could have a Finlay heel turn. I mean, his dad was a tremendous heel. I know he's not his dad, he's his own person, but still, that would be nice. But then things start to pick up. Actually, things picked up around Doki and Yo, and actually, really, the only bad match on this was Ant matches were Taka versus Teton, and another match I'm going to get into that's the 8th match on the card. But first, we get Skrull versus, with Brody King, almost said Brodus Clay, versus Sho, and this match turned out to be a lot better than I initially thought, because Skrull was like hobbling, he was injured, but then of course after like gaining some sympathy and maybe people believing it, he attacked Sho, with the umbrella and everything before the bell, and from there actually the match really picked up. This actually really got good. There was some nice arm focus, Skrull taking over, some great momentum trades. Sho, having his ear target, his cauliflower ear target, I think it's this year. Doesn't matter. It was the one he always had bandaged up, and he got beat up. He did eventually come back. There was a nice chicken wing attempt, but then Sho going for shock arrow doesn't quite get the legs hooked, so he doesn't quite get all of it 1-2, and then a ton of clotheslines. I mean, just beating the piss out of each other. In the end, shock arrow for 1-2-3. So Sho gaining 2 more points. This match turned out to actually be pretty good. Now that I think about it, I don't know if I might put this in my top 15 favorite matches of the tournament, because this was quite good, especially after the initial antics of Skrull being injured. Because I wasn't so sure how they were going to go with that. I thought they were going to make it a short match where Skrull was going to take over, but with it obviously being a fake. But it turned out to actually be a pretty good match. Then we get Taguchi versus Rocky Romero. We get Taguchi in his rugby gear, Rocky Romero in basketball gear. I don't know what I watched. I loved it, but I don't know what I watched. This is comedy with balls, that's right. Balls and butts in this match. And there was even a dive where Rocky was holding the basketball and did a dive outside, and that was pretty funny. It got better, like, it was entertaining, but it got a little more sports-like as it went on. There was, of course, Taguchi hitting his, the hip attack. He's just hitting Rocky with his ass, basically. Forever clotheslines, that was pretty cool. Both getting tired. Ankle lock by Taguchi. But Rocky ends up, Rocky ends up, Rocky ends up getting pinned after a roll-up. Sorry, I tend to write really, really stupid. That was pretty nice, though. And Taguchi and Rocky, so Rocky's tournament's pretty much over. I mean, he will still keep, competing, obviously, but Taguchi's doing pretty goddamn well. He beat his point total from last year. And then they have a bit of a show of respect and everything, and Taguchi's the coach, but now Rocky's the assistant coach. We get some more bonding between factions in Japan, so that's pretty nice. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. It was actually pretty comedic. So yeah, Taguchi and Rocky having a pretty good match. And then Kanemaru versus Ishimori. Well, it was better than Kanemaru versus Sho, let me say that much. Kanemaru attacks early, goes outside. He tries the same thing where he tries to get Ishimori counted out. That doesn't quite work. Focuses on the neck. Ishimori comes back with a few moves, and then we get a ref distraction with the Centauri surprise. The alcohol, the ever popular alcohol. Refs are drunks apparently in Japan. Centauri surprise, spray of the alcohol in the eyes, roll up. 1, 2, 3. That's the second roll-up that has happened in 2 consecutive matches. But Kanemaru getting 2 points. I sort of get it if they want to have Ishimori get close but not quite win it. And I mean, whatever. It's smart by Kanemaru. I didn't mind this nearly as much as I did with the thing with Sho, but with Kanemaru, he's not going to win the tournament. So all he's doing at this point is just getting some points. They could go to others, but it is what it is. It does keep the tournament field a little more even and, can add some good drama. Maybe Ishimori could, play spoiler if he's unable to get, two more victories. And I think that actually might be where they're going. Not a bad match. I don't want to say it was great, but then we get to Ospreay versus Bandito, and oh boy, this was great. I encourage you guys to go watch this one. This and the next 2, I'm just going to cover what I can, but I'm just going to say, or the next match also after this. I'm going to cover what I can, but encourage you guys to go watch it. I got too much to call on this. The quickness, the dives, the wrestling, just all great. Bandito using strength. The strength that guy has is just ungoddamn real. It's absolutely amazing. Great momentum switches, some nice submissions by both guys. Poison Rana, stop with those. Please stop with those. I don't want people's necks to get hurt. Shooting star press outside. I mean, it was just like a shooting star right into the crowd by Bandito. I mean, it was on the Ospreay, obviously. Bandito's not that insane where he's going to attack the fans, but great near falls. 21 plex countered, like Ospreay just lands on his feet, and Bandito just completely thrown off. Counter into the Stormbreaker afterward, and 1, 2, 3. And Ospreay gets a victory. This was a tremendous match, one of the best matches of the tournament. You might as well call Ospreay the 5-star aerial assassin, or the 5-star match assassin. I mean, really, the guy is just incredible. He really is. I can get why maybe he's not everybody's cup of tea, but Ospreay has certainly won me over in the past couple of years, I'll say that much. I saw white people sung his praises well before I was able to start watching New Japan live again. But yeah, that was a great match. Ospreay got victory, got 2 more points, and then we get Dragon Lee versus Shingo. Nice handshake, except Shingo then just gripped the hand, and they went on a strength battle and a quickness battle, and this was just great. It was just fast from the beginning. Some leg focus by Shingo, which is weird because Shingo had his leg attacked earlier in the tournament. Quick STO by Dragon Lee. Of course, DVD by Shingo on the apron, which again is the hardest part of the ring. And then a dive by Dragon Lee. Insane dive. The crowd was really alive for a lot of this. They were loud for Yo and Skrull. They were loud for both guys here. That's what I love about Cork. And again, the crowd is just great. No Shigami, Pumpin' Bomber, but nope, just 2. And then Dragon Lee hits this incredible sequence of just like a couple moves, a couple big kicks. One, Shingo just kicks out of 1, and it's just, you just look at it, he hits another kick, and then it's 2. But in the end, last of the Dragons, 1, 2, 3, and Shingo is still undefeated in this tournament, and so is El Phantasmo, and that's where I think we're going to get the finals, which is fine. I actually think that finals is going to be great. So yeah, I gotta say I'll say B, even though I sound like I was really, really praising a lot of this. It was better. This is much more of a solid B than the last, like, few reviews I've done. So yeah, this was quite good. So B. And if I forget to put a poll up here, please let me know in the comments what you guys think. So once again, the Night 9 show that's on Friday and the Night 10 show that's on Sunday morning will be reviewed in one block or in one show, and that will be up Sunday morning. Apologies because I'm too busy Friday. Got a couple movie reviews to do, and then I got Double or Nothing Saturday. So anyway, agree, disagree with what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I will see you soon.